Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt's brand new mugshots have now been released, and just in time for Jodi Hildebrandt's new lawsuit. Kevin Franke is now suing her for negligence. Kevin Franke is Ruby Franke's ex-husband. They ended up getting divorced while Ruby was in prison for what she did to their two youngest children. Now, initially, Kevin had stuck by Ruby's side, but it did come out months later that he was filing for divorce and has separated himself completely from her. Here's a quick summary from anyone who needs it or anyone who's not familiar with the case. This is from the Washington County Attorney's Office. The ensuing investigation revealed that Ms. Franke and Ms. Hildebrandt held Franke's 12-year-old son and 9-year-old daughter in a work camp-like setting. The children were regularly denied food, water, beds to sleep in, and virtually all forms of entertainment. They were also prohibited from interacting with others and were hidden in the home when others came to visit. They were forced to do physical tasks like carrying loaded boxes up and down stairs and sitting against a wall without a chair or stool for hours at a time. The children were also forced to do manual labor outdoors in the extreme summer heat without shoes or socks. They were similarly forced to stand outside on a cement patio in the summer heat for hours and even days. They were beaten, and the 12-year-old was bound hand and foot after a previous attempt at running away. Additionally, the children suffered emotional abuse to the extent that they came to believe that they deserved the abuse. The investigation found that religious extremism motivated Ms. Franke and Ms. Hildebrandt to inflict this horrific abuse. The family appeared to fully believe that the abuse they inflicted was necessary to teach the children how to properly repent for imagined sins and to cast the evil spirits out of their bodies. Well, now Kevin Franke has filed a lawsuit alleging that he is a victim of Jodi Hildebrandt as well. He's now demanding a jury trial, and he's going after Jodi Hildebrandt's personal assets. His lawsuit goes through and details exactly what she did to him and his family. It accuses her of gross incompetence, gross negligence, and deceit, claiming she was in a position of trust as his therapist. The lawsuit states that Jodi actually diagnosed Kevin as being lustful, narcissistic, manipulative, deceptive, controlling, and selfish, and that he needed her professional services to overcome these negative personality traits. And as you know, one of her suggestions was that he completely abandon his family until he got these things under control. He alleges that Jodi convinced Ruby to go along with this diagnosis, and he now says he looks back and thinks that this diagnosis was better for Jodi because it allowed her to move in and manipulate his family with him out of the picture. He also says that he was fired from his job as a university professor at BYU in June of 2023, and he blames that as well on Jodi. He says that Jodi convinced him that he shouldn't be working at that university, and so he failed to attend his renewal meeting. Jodi allegedly said to him that men like him were not worthy to work at BYU. He has also said in his lawsuit that he was actually paying Jodi Hildebrandt $900 a month for her counseling, as well as $300 to be in this men's therapy group that she ran. He says he paid her all of this through Venmo because she claimed it was going to be easier. He says Jodi accused him of being a lover of darkness, lover of Satan, and of hiding something very dark and evil. His lawsuit goes on to list all the alleged injuries and damages to him and his family, including failure to properly diagnose Franke's mental health condition, unprofessional treatment methods, and disclosing confidential information to his wife, Ruby Franke. He says that he deserved and was owed a duty of care because he was her patient. Jodi had listed her $1 million home in Ivins, Utah, and she was asking $5 million for it. Now, she had listed it initially, then the judge had put sanctions on her until court, but she had relisted it, and it looks like it did not sell, and she had to remove it from the market. So whether or not it's because everyone knows who lived there, we don't know right now, but it is not sold. No one really knows how much she has in assets and money right now, but Kevin is definitely trying to tap into that with this lawsuit. The two of them are currently in prison, and they are serving between 4 and 30 years for what they did. They're going up in front of the parole board this December 2026, and we should know more then about how long these two will be staying behind bars.